Run a business you can advertise just by being you. Hi, Queens. I'm Adeline Atlas, 7X published author. Welcome back to School of Soul, the social series, where we turn platforms into passive income and create freedom through social media. Today, we're getting into one of the most important mindset shifts you can make when it comes to building your brand and scaling your business. You don't just want to build a business, you have to chase people to notice. You want to run a business you can advertise just by being you. When your brand is rooted in authenticity, aligned with your real life, and powered by your real energy, you become the marketing. You become the magnet. You become the message. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that building a brand means creating a character. They think they have to invent a persona, a perfect image, a polished version of themselves that they parade around online. But the problem with that? It's exhausting. It's unsustainable. It's fake. And over time, it cracks. Because pretending takes way more energy than simply existing in your truth. Real brands are not built on perfection. Real brands are built on alignment. Real brands are built when who you are, what you believe, and what you sell all live in the same ecosystem. When your content, your offers, your message, it all feels like a natural extension of who you really are, not a role you're playing. That's when you hit the sweet spot. That's when showing up online feels effortless. That's when people don't just buy your products, they buy into you. Think about the most magnetic brands and creators you know. They're not trying to be everything to everyone. They're not shape-shifting depending on the trends. They're themselves, loudly, clearly, unapologetically. And that clarity becomes a lighthouse. It draws the right people in effortlessly. They don't have to scream to be seen. They just are. When you build a business, you can advertise by being you. Every post you make builds your brand. Every story you share strengthens your relationship with your audience. Every glimpse into your day, your work, your mindset becomes marketing. Not because you're trying to sell something every second, but because you're living in such alignment that selling becomes natural, not forced. This is why authenticity matters more than aesthetics. This is why energy matters more than editing. Because people aren't just buying products anymore. They're buying resonance. They're buying energy. They're buying trust. If they trust you, they trust what you sell. If they believe in you, they believe in your offers. If they see themselves in your story, they see the path you're offering them. And Queens, it's so much easier to scale when you're building from the truth. Because when you're truly being yourself, you don't have to memorize anything. You don't have to stage anything. You don't have to chase content. Your life is the content. Your mission is the marketing. Your energy is the attraction. Running a business you can advertise by being you also protects you from burnout. Because burnout isn't just about working hard. It's about working out of alignment. It's about constantly forcing yourself to perform, to pretend, to sustain an image that doesn't match your real life. When you're operating from authenticity, you might get tired from the work, but you don't get tired from pretending. There's a huge difference. Now, this doesn't mean you have to share every detail of your private life online. You're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to choose what parts of your journey you show. Authenticity isn't about oversharing. It's about coherence. It's about making sure that what you do choose to share is real, aligned, and rooted in who you truly are. And here's another powerful truth. When you are the brand, opportunities find you. Speaking gigs find you. Brand deals find you. Clients and customers find you. Not because you're chasing, but because your energy, your message, your alignment is loud enough to magnetize them. You don't need to run after opportunities. You need to anchor deeper into your truth so that opportunities recognize you when they're looking for someone real. If you're sitting there wondering, but what if I'm still figuring out who I am? That's okay. Document that. Share the evolution. Share the lessons. Share the behind the scenes. Authenticity isn't about being finished. It's about being honest about where you are. People don't connect with finished products. They connect with real journeys. They connect with stories that mirror their own growth. So, Queens, if you want to build a brand that lasts, a business that scales, and a movement that magnetizes, stop trying to perform. Start being real. Build offers that align with your real passions. Share content that reflects your real energy. Speak with the voice you use when you're at your most honest and most powerful. not the voice you think you're supposed to have. Because here's the ultimate truth. Authenticity is the algorithm. Authenticity is the strategy. Authenticity is the secret weapon. In a world drowning in filters, edits, and fake personas, the rarest and most powerful currency is being unapologetically, unshakably, undeniably yourself. And if you're ready to build a business that doesn't just survive but thrives on your real energy, a brand that feels good, moves fast, and scales naturally, it's time to get inside the SOS Social Vault. Inside the vault, you'll find the templates, systems, strategies, and mindset shifts to build a brand so aligned that growth becomes a byproduct of who you are, not just what you sell. I'll see you inside, Queen. Your life is the brand. Your truth is the marketing. Success loves speed. Go make your move.